Have you ever wondered where our modern legal systems originated from? This journey takes us back to the Germanic legal system, a fascinating structure that laid the groundwork for many of the legal concepts we take for granted today. It was a system that was organic, evolving from the customs and practices of the people themselves, and was marked by its unique features. One of the most distinctive traits was the use of folk assemblies, where the community came together to make important decisions. Then there was the ordeal, a trial by divine intervention, and compurgation, a process where a defendant's innocence could be proven by the oaths of trustworthy individuals. Another concept that stood out was weregild, a primitive form of criminal compensation, where the offender had to pay the victim or their family a set amount as reparation for the crime committed. This age-old system, though seemingly rudimentary, has had an indelible impact on the evolution of law and order as we know it today. Now, imagine a time when kingdoms were just forming and nations were just starting to lay down their legal foundations. This was a time when the Germanic legal system was making waves across Europe, leaving lasting impacts that shaped the course of justice for centuries to come. One of the most significant influences of the Germanic legal system on medieval Europe was the introduction of the concept of trial by jury. This wasn't the polished 12 good men and true system we know today. Instead, it was a more primitive form, where a group of free men would gather and decide the guilt or innocence of a person based on evidence and testimony. This was a far cry from the autocratic judgments of rulers, or the divine verdicts of ordeal and combat. It was a communal approach to justice, which echoed the Germanic tribes' democratic tendencies. This concept of trial by jury became an integral part of the legal systems of many medieval European societies. The Franks, Visigoths, Lombards, and Anglo-Saxons all adopted variations of this system. The Franks, for instance, incorporated it into their Salic law, ensuring that juries of local freemen, not distant royal officials, decided cases. The Visigoths, too, used a form of jury trial in their laws, as did the Lombards in their Edictus Rothari. Across the English Channel, the Anglo-Saxons were also influenced by the Germanic legal system. Their laws, known as the Dooms, included elements of Germanic law such as the weregild, a compensation payment for personal injury or death. But most notably, they also adopted the jury trial, laying the groundwork for the system that would eventually evolve into the one we know in modern England and Wales. The Germanic legal system's influence didn't stop with medieval Europe. It continued to shape legal systems in the centuries to come. Its impact is still felt today, in the heart of our courts and the essence of our justice. From the ancient Germanic tribes to the modern courtroom, the journey of law is a fascinating tale of evolution and adaptation. Fast forward to the present day, can we still see traces of the Germanic legal system in our laws today? Indeed we can. The Germanic legal system has left an indelible mark on modern law, and its influence can be seen in a number of key areas. Let's delve into a few of those, shall we? First, let's talk about common law. This is a legal system that's built on precedent, that is, the decisions that have been made by courts in the past. It's a system that's used in many parts of the world today, including the United States, the United Kingdom, and other countries that were once part of the British Empire. And guess where it originated? That's right, with the Germanic tribes. Next, let's consider criminal law. In many modern legal systems, crimes are considered offenses against the state or society as a whole. This means that it's the state's responsibility to prosecute crimes, not the individual victims. This concept, too, has its roots in Germanic law, where crimes were seen as an affront to the entire community. Last but not least, let's discuss legal representation. The idea that an individual should have the right to be represented in court by someone who understands the law is a cornerstone of many modern legal systems. And once again, we have the Germanic tribes to thank for this. They recognize the importance of having a knowledgeable advocate in legal proceedings, and that principle has stood the test of time. Perhaps most notably, the tradition of trial by jury, a system where a group of peers decide the outcome of a case, is still widely used today. This practice, which ensures that the accused has a fair trial, was a key part of the Germanic legal system. So, the next time you find yourself in a courtroom, remember, you're part of a tradition that dates back to the Germanic tribes. In the span of just a few minutes, we've journeyed through centuries of legal history. From the heart of ancient Germania to the modern courts of Europe and beyond, we've unraveled the complex, interwoven threads of the Germanic legal system and its enduring influence. We kicked off this journey by delving into the unique features of the Germanic legal system, a system that was based on the principle of personal responsibility, where feuds were settled through compensation rather than punishment. It was a system that valued community consensus, where laws were not imposed by a central authority, but were rather the product of collective decision-making. Then, we traced the ripple effects of this system through the tides of history, illuminating its profound influence on medieval European law. We saw how the Germanic legal principle of weregild, a monetary compensation for harm done, was absorbed into the legal fabric of medieval Europe. This concept of compensatory justice is still very much a part of our legal proceedings today. And finally, we touched on the Germanic legal system's impact on contemporary law. We explored how the principles of personal responsibility and community consensus, so deeply rooted in Germanic law, have found their way into the modern legal landscape. These principles continue to shape our understanding of justice, from the democratic process of lawmaking to the concept of restorative justice. Indeed, the echoes of the Germanic legal system can still be heard today, resonating through the halls of justice across the globe. It is a testament to the robustness of these ancient principles that they have withstood the test of time, adapting and evolving, yet retaining their core essence. The Germanic legal system, with all its quirks and peculiarities, has left a lasting legacy on the way we understand and practice law today. It's a testament to the enduring nature of these ancient principles.